there's a whole nother host of responsibilities you gotta take care of the moment you enter adulthood. First of all,
I didn't really know I was an adult until I officially got my actual state ID. I was like, oh no, all the responsibilities are coming back. No, I gotta take care of bigger stuff. What's up guys, the Antio here, and today we have a video called The Reality of Life After School. Now I'll tell you, as someone who graduated in 2019, I felt so good after getting out of school. I was like, finally, no more bullies, no more all this stuff, the problematic stuff. I took a long break, but I was like, you know what? I gotta find a job. I gotta try to get somewhere in life. You know, I went to do YouTube for so long. I'm like, I'm trying to make this my job someday. I'm trying to get up there with everybody else. But I'm kind of curious to see his take about life after school. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Life after high school, it's truly a breath of fresh air.
It
And I
felt
would say
so
there's
nice.
5 different phases of life after school, and it's kind of like you're slowly but surely easing your way into adulthood. If you enjoy the content around here, consider subscribing. I'm trying to hit 1 million subs by the end of the year. Without further ado, let's just get into the video. So let's start with phase 1, the first taste of freedom. There truly is no better
felt so
feeling
good
than
after that.
finally
I
getting your
felt so good after
diploma
that.
and getting the hell out of there. After all the years that you spent in the school system, you
Yeah.
are finally free from the shackles, unless you go to college. Then you got even
Unless
more
I
school
didn't.
to put up with. No more 6 a.m. wake-ups. No more Olympic level sprint to catch the bus every morning. It's all over. But for whatever reason,
Oh, it feels so
people
nice.
are crying
It feels so-
at graduation, talking about how they don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. Then I had to sit through
I
a
didn't
bunch
wanna
of
leave?
emotional speeches as well. But no offense to those people, but dude, I just wanted to go home. I was
Yeah.
just super excited to leave and to never go there again. In the moment I got home from my graduation, my family was there ready to throw me a party. And me and the duck were turning up at the Duckalo
duck.
residence graduation party. And
No, I just felt happy to finally get out of school. With all the bullying I had to deal with, I was so glad to finally get out. I'm like, I've been through so much. Like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. College sounds fun, but I don't even think I want to go because I think all my issues would surface back up there, and I got time for that. So I just didn't go to college.
being done with that shit really felt like a figment of my imagination.
felt
I
a
thought to
huge weight off
myself,
my
there's
shoulders.
no possible way this shit's actually over. It just feels way too good to be true.
So
And then over
surreal.
the summer, all the dopamine finally hit me. I'm like, no fucking way I'm free. This is insane. But by the time August
ain't truly
rolled
free.
around, I thought to myself, oh shit, I got college in a month. But in reality,
Oh.
I wasn't really ready to go to college. I didn't know
jobs.
what I wanted to do yet. I wanted to explore my options more and see how this YouTube thing does. In
Yeah.
college, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, so I just feel like I got forced into it. When I got to my college, I didn't really like it, to be honest with you.
Welcome
So that's
to
why in
Bird
phase
College.
2, you need to decide what you want to do. Think of
Yeah.
a clear path for yourself. Take a gap year from college if you really have to. Really understand what it is that you like to do. That doesn't mean do jack shit for years on end.
Yeah.
That means don't go into 100K in debt and pick a major that you don't even like. What is the point
Right.
of that? Because now you're
No, because like after I graduated, I didn't do nothing for like 2-3 years, and I just kind of chilled. I think like around 2024 is when I finally got a job for once, but I left that because of like mental issues. Then I went to attempt to make YouTube my main job, which I'm trying to at this moment. Hey, subscribe, please, right now. Thank you. All right.
stuck doing this bullshit you don't even want to do.
I'm not gonna stop
You gotta
anytime
remember
soon.
that
I got a
your
long
ass
way to
is
go.
clocking in for 40 hours of the week, sometimes more, honestly. So you gotta remember, you really gotta enjoy what you do, but you
Yeah.
also have to be able to
I do
put
enjoy
food on
YouTube.
the table.
I do
It's
really
really
do love
important
this.
to have
I
a
love
balance
this.
between those two.
It's
And
fun.
well, because of that, yeah, I dropped out of college a year ago.
Oh, come
I just
on.
didn't like it there, and I felt like I was just wasting my money. A lot of people are like, oh, college is a must. You have to go to college. Or you're
Nah,
gonna be homeless
you
for
don't
the
have to.
rest of your life. I don't know what the deal with that is, but you can definitely be successful without
Probably
college.
because
There's
they
a
went.
bunch of other things that you could do. You can learn how to do a trade. You could start your own business. And I don't know why it's such a big rush
that easy.
either to go to college. And if that's what you want to do, by all means do it. Don't do it just because your parents are pushing you to go to college right
Yeah.
this second. If you're dead set on what you want to do already, absolutely go for it. And
Yep.
if you don't want to go to college, or at least you don't want to go to college right now,
Now YouTube just seems right for me. Like I don't know what it is. I'm good at the editing, and all I do at home is watch videos and play games. So I'm like, you know what? Let's make it actually, content. Let's make it a job.
don't be afraid to explore other options.
And I've been
Hell,
good
you
at
could just
PC
get a
since I was a
job
little
right
kid.
out of school if you really want to, and just stack bread right out of high school instead of jumping into college with
You want to.
zero money. And I was really nervous about all this. And then by the time my junior year started, I would have had to declare my major. So I would have had to pick something like marketing, even though I'm not really that interested in it. And now in movies and shit like that, college is painted as the time of your life. And your
Yeah.
parents or whoever else is in your life probably tell you about the college experience. Yes, a lot of people choose to go to college just for the experience. They want to live it up, go to parties, do all that, and that's great, man, do you? But you got to remember, you have to pay all.
Just drink and smash. No, stop. If I was to go to college, I probably would have smashed some people. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna keep it real. I would have been done it by now. Think I'm lying. I would have done it.
That tuition by time it's over. Don't get me wrong, I had some fun experiences in college, but I just didn't think it was worth the price tag. And that just wasn't the direction I wanted to take my career, so to me it just didn't feel worth it. And ultimately that's up for you to decide if college is worth the money. And it all depends on what direction you really see yourself going in. Even though you are an adult when you leave high school, I still was not treated like one in college. They basically treated my college like a high school. They would get mad when people would check their phones, when people would have more than 2 absences. Are you kidding me? So when they would have a 3rd absence, their entire grade would tank. No, I'm not kidding. And this makes
it's probably because you're an adult now. You have to take more like responsibility because they be doing that. Like in college, I heard they don't play more than high school. Like they don't play with you. They will get you out of there quick if you try some dumb crap there.
0 sense to me because we're the ones paying for this shit. We're the ones taking out an arm and a leg to pay for this. Why on God's green earth do we have an attendance policy? Now, once you decide what path you're taking right out of high school, now you got to get used to adult responsibilities. And I've said this in videos dozens of times now. It would have been nice, instead of teaching us bullshit in school, maybe how to do adult things. Like, for example, how to fix a tire, how to build credit. I don't want to find out years later that I'm not going to get accepted to buy a house because... Ooh, yeah, buddy, your credit score's a bit on the low side. Yeah, so my dad told me, look, to prevent that bullshit from happening, you gotta start building credit now. When I was 19 or 20 years old, I got my very first credit card. And ever since, I've been buying shit on it for business stuff, and I've been paid for at the end of the month. Now, on top of bills, okay, there's a whole nother host of responsibilities you gotta take care of the moment you enter adulthood. First of all,
I didn't really know I was an adult until I officially got my actual state ID. I was like, oh no, all the responsibilities are coming back. No, I gotta take care of bigger stuff.
You gotta learn how to cook, which, yeah, I really still don't know how
I can
to cook.
Still do.
If you give me
hey, I can throw down. I can throw down in the kitchen. When it comes with seasonings too, oh, I'm good with seasoning.
Access to using an oven, I am most definitely burning the kitchen down. Then you just got your day-to-day cleaning and housekeeping shit like laundry, vacuuming your room.
That's
and
really
even
easy.
sometimes I have trouble staying on top of shit like that.
I
would
love
end
the
up
clean.
with
I love
piles of clothes on my hamper, a bunch of coffee mugs on my desk. Sometimes I'll get carried away with work or something else.
I'll leave like 1 or 2 cups in my room. Other than that, everything else goes downstairs.
And I'll forget to do basic shit like clean my room or do my laundry. And of course, by the way, we can't forget, the IRS is going to be knocking at your door. But nah, that's your responsibility. You got to figure out how much you owe the IRS. They're not going to tell you. You just got to figure it out yourself. Even though they're expecting that amount of money from you on April 15th, the day I'm recording this. You know what, guys? I'm just going to pay my taxes this year. I'm done. Okay,
you're
Jesus
done.
Christ, I was joking. Oh my. And the worst adult responsibility of them all.
Yeah?
Hello? Yeah, is this Birdie Duckalo? Yeah, why? You missed the last few months' rent and, you're getting evicted now, so, goodbye. And that's why every time when a YouTuber drops a video, everyone comments, bro, the rent was due. And when that happens, the bills are not gonna be kind. I'm gonna have to pump out more school videos to pay the rent, bro. It's getting ridiculous out here. Phase 4 of
I hope it don't
life
be like that
after
with me,
school,
but hey,
living
you never
with
know.
people. Whether you have roommates in college or you have roommates in an apartment. So you gotta find roommates that you really can cooperate with, because you gotta put up with their shit every day, pretty much. Luckily in college, I was able to pick to room with my brother. Otherwise, I would have been stuck with 3 random people.
That's a lot
better. I was in the room with my brother, a friend, and then, yeah, 1 random person. And the living experience there wasn't the worst thing in the world, apart from the college bathrooms. They were fucking disgusting. And there was definitely some awkward moments for sure, because we didn't have our own space, like I said in my roommates video. And it's not their fault by any means.
Just smash your roommates. Like, it ain't that hard. My bad. Nah, because your brother's in there. Okay, that means, let me stop.
It's just awkward as hell living with people when they don't have their own rooms. I am somebody that needs my own room. I cannot share a bedroom with someone. But if I have to, it is what it is. And sometimes people have a lot of trouble getting along with the people they live with, just because shit just gets so much more complicated when you're sharing a space. Like if you're sharing an apartment and your roommate leaves food on the floor,
see, I don't want to deal with that.
I don't want to deal with that. Obviously, it's going to piss off somebody who likes a clean space. space.
Me.
Somebody's up at like 3 in the morning yelling at the top of their lungs while playing,
Nope.
I don't know, some game. Just say
Nope.
Marvel Rivals, for example. And you have
I just
to
recently
work at
downloaded
6
that, but
in
I
the
don't yell.
morning. So if you live together, you kind of have to have the same type of lifestyle. And hey, if that's really how you're going to live, scream at the top of your lungs and play games at 3 in the morning, you know what? Sure. I mean, who is there to stop you? Or well,
Me?
maybe a noise complaint. Or if this dude just eats all the food in the fridge
Oh, no.
and you're left with nothing but a goddamn packet of ramen, obviously that's going to piss you off. There's no reason for you to get snubbed out of your eats like that. That's crazy. Like if your roommate can clean 5 burgers back to back like DJ Khaled, you might want to hide your food. Okay?
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
If you end up in a situation like this with your roommate and there's some kind of conflicting issue that's starting to like piss you off a little bit, do not start beef.
That's where we're gonna
That's
start,
like the dumbest thing
separating.
you can do, because then the problem
No, what
doesn't
that?
get solved. It's just a bunch of screaming matches back and forth. What you should do is settle that John like adults and just talk it out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
not going to get solved. Phase
much more
5,
mature.
you begin to provide for yourself. You started that business, or you finished college, whatever the case may be. Or if you're
Okay.
really feeling like it at the moment, you could have a family. And for me, honestly, bro,
That's
I'm
it?
like 10 years away from that shit, okay?
Right.
We are not even close. You finally
I am 24. I'm not ready for that. I don't mind dating somebody right now, but I ain't ready to have no kid until this like after 30.
landed that job.
I do
you
want
are
kids,
no
though.
longer unemployed. Those days are over. And you absolutely fucking killed this interview in cold blood. It was just over from the beginning. But if you get a job that pays the bills, you like it, okay, man, just lock in. But some
Yep.
people end up hating their job, and they are stuck
That's
doing
everybody.
some bullshit that they don't want to do. But yet they're at the point
Not
where
everybody,
they're
but, you
like
know, you get
100K
it.
in debt, so they kind of have to stick it out. They don't have a choice. If you got a degree in marketing, for an example, and now you don't even want to do marketing, you're like, you know what? This stupid ass marketing shit, I'm done. And then you decide you want to be a teacher, then you have to go back to
Goodness.
school for that. That's why it's really
Not
important
nowadays.
to know what you're
Teachers
going to
be
college for.
teaching the dumb
and if
kids.
you'd totally be okay with doing this for life, no pressure. It's just the rest of your life on the line. But I've heard stories from my professors tell me that they've gone through multiple arcs where they had some fucking job that they hated, and then they fell in love with teaching, and they were on multiple arcs in their life. And my professor
Hey.
told the class that this arc lasted him like
What's
10
that,
years. And that was the day I realized how important it was to enjoy what I do. And one day I will provide for a family. I want to keep the Duckalo bloodline going. Children are
The
expensive,
Duckalo.
man. In order for the Duckalo
Yeah.
bloodline to continue, okay, I'm gonna have to put some serious
Because you got to
cheese
enroll them
down.
in school
That's
and
a
everything.
whole other
and
mouth
buy
to
food.
feed right there. I better like what I'm doing. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to pump out 50 school videos at that point. But yeah, getting
Hey, go
married,
for it.
having
Hey,
a
do your
family,
thing.
shit, that's like ways away from me, dude. But yeah, man, moral of the video, just do you, man. Life is what you make it. And everybody's got their own path in life. And
Yep.
some people move at different paces. But some people discover new hobbies when they're an adult. And some of these hobbies are weird as hell. So I'll watch the video about hobbies on the end screen. Just click.
Yo, that's crazy. But moral of the story, yeah, just kind of live your life and do your thing. You know, don't stress out too much. You might get a job you don't like. That's a lot of people. I had Goodwill. It was okay. I made some friends there, but I think YouTube is just what I want to do. And we got a long way to go. So let's keep this going because I have no plans to stop it anytime soon. I'll go for a decade. Hell, I'll go for 2. But that was the video. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Keep it chill. I love y'all. And until next time, peace out.